not to hit any of the curbs or any cars, I have to be very, very, very precise. But I'm not allowed to go. Well, actually, this is going to be easier. This. Open road. No, not quite. Be on the open road here shortly. bad thing is I'm empty. It's really pushing me. Being a bully today. the way that they have, but I guess there's good things about it and bad things about it. They start doing it in the town that I used to live in, and my wife's from, and it just, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. I guess it does cut down on people getting stranded in the middle of the intersection trying to make a left when the light turns red, but I don't know. I don't understand the understanding behind that, but I'm also not a road engineer or an engineer at all. For that sake, so I don't know. It's just, you got to go down. You got to turn right, go down to make a left instead of just taking a left at the intersection. It just, to me, as a truck driver, it doesn't make sense. And I know one of my old companies I used to work for. Actually, the first trucking company I worked for. would not allow us to make U-turns. And when I was in orientation for that company, after I got hired with them, a buddy of mine that I went through schooling with, asked him, he said, well, what about up in Michigan left? And he's like, well, what's that? He's like, you got to turn right, go up, and make a U-turn so you can make the left turn that you're going to make, because you can't turn left. They said, no, you're not allowed to do that. He's like, you have to. Like, there's no way of getting around it. That's how you turn left in Michigan. And it's like, the guy that was running orientation was like, well, you're going to have to go up and find a parking lot and turn around in or something. And all of us was like, that's dumb. Why go 50 miles up the road to find a big parking lot that we can turn around in, or 100 miles up the road, when we could just go right there and make a U-turn or a Michigan left turn and be at our store on time. But I don't know, I've never understood it. The company that I'm with now, I've done the Michigan left turns, and they haven't said nothing to me about it, so I guess it's not a big deal doing that, so I don't know. I do it, and that's just like the first company I worked for would not allow us to turn right on red. Which, granted, I understand that rule. I understand that turning right on red can be dangerous. But literally, if nothing is coming, no cars in sight, why can't we turn right on red? I understand as a semi-truck driver, and as driving a semi-truck for as long as I've drove a semi-truck for, that making a right on red is not safe for us because we have to swing out wide, but also it takes us a while to get back up to speed. But again, as an experienced truck driver, if I know I can make it, I'm going to take it. Come on, dude. Oh man, Michigan drivers are not fun to be around either. They are not fun because, as y'all saw, I was running out of lane and had my blinker on, and that white box truck that just passed would not slow down and let me over. The things that truck drivers have to deal with are sometimes ridiculous. You got four-wheelers on the road that don't respect truck drivers or like anything that we do. And then you have shippers and receivers that they get mad when you're late and they don't rush or anything because they're mad at you because you're late. But then when you're early, they take their time because you're early and it's not your scheduled time. A lot of people don't like trucks, big trucks, because they're slow or in the way all the time. But you got to be courtesy out here on the roads. Like, I know you got to get somewhere, and it's wherever you're going is important. I got to get somewhere too, and wherever I'm going is important. We all just got to be safe out here on the road. What just happened in front of me is the number one reason why when you're driving, you got to pay attention and look ahead of you. And I don't mean just stare at the ground in front of your hood. One one thing they teach us as a truck driver is eye lead time. Eye lead time should be at least 7 seconds in front of you or more. So 7 seconds is not that far, but I say more because I'm already looking around the curve in front of me. That's how far I'm looking. Because if I'm looking at the curves, I can see the vehicles in front of me. I can see them with my peripheral vision. If I'm looking way up there where that other truck is, I can see the two that were in front of me. So, gotta pay attention. Gotta be just common courtesy on the roads, and safety is the number one thing. Safety and common courtesy, in that order. You gotta be safe where you're going on the way there, but you also gotta be courteous of the other drivers, because if not, then your lack of courtesy could change the safety of your trip. Because you never know, if you're not courteous to somebody and they are short-tempered, then they're going to get upset and mad. They're not going to be thinking about safety. They're going to be thinking about what they can do to get revenge on you or to slow you down or anything like that. That's when their safety could be going out the window, which puts your safety in jeopardy. So common courtesy goes a long way, and common courtesy is not very common anymore, just like common sense. I've been driving a truck long enough. I've seen plenty of truck drivers and just normal people driving down the road that have not a clue what's in front of them or what's around them, because they're playing on their phone, or I've seen truck drivers with a tablet or an iPad on their dashboard, or literally sitting on the dashboard right in front of them, blocking the windshield, watching them driving down the road. And that, it drives me crazy, and it kind of makes me mad, because, especially truck drivers, because we can be anywhere from, right now I'm empty, so I'm probably, I would say 15 tons or so, give or take, to 40 tons. We could be anywhere from 10,000, 15,000 pounds to 80,000 pounds, loaded or empty, or empty or loaded, driving down the road. And the number one thing they teach you in truck driving school, and one thing I got taught as I was going through driving school, and as I was training, like going through the courses to become a trainer and to train people, is safety is the number one thing. But also, you're driving an 80,000 pound missile down the road, one of the biggest vehicles on the road. We have to pay attention to everything. We have to keep an eye lead time of at least 7 seconds or more in front of us. And we have to check every mirror on our truck every 3 to 5 seconds, is what they tell us. And y'all can't see it, but I have my mirrors on the side, which have 4 mirrors on them, 2 flat mirrors and 2 convex mirrors. And I have 2 hood mirrors, which are both convex mirrors. That's 6 mirrors I gotta check every 3 to 5 seconds to make sure I know what everything that's around me. Gotta keep an eye lead time of 7 seconds in front of me. Plus, I gotta keep an eye on the car behind me, or vehicle behind me, to make sure nobody gets in my blind spot back there, which I have a car in my blind spot back there now. But safety, but paying attention. Really, if people would pay attention while driving, America would be better at driving. Like, it's just, America's probably one of the worst countries when it comes to driving, because people, they have cell phones or devices or something to distract them all the time. And driving, you don't need to be distracted at all. Right now I'm in Michigan, in the Dorr, D-O-R-R township. When I first started this video, I was in Holland township. And I'm on my way over to Mandela, I think it is pronounced, Ohio. So, never know. If you're watching this, I might be in your neck of the woods. If I am, and you recognize something on my trip, or I say the town that you're near or from, leave a comment, leave me an interesting fact about that place, or if you see something, a landmark on my way through somewhere that you recognize or know something about, leave me a comment, tell me about it. I'd love to know about it. Always willing to learn things. My motto is, if you don't learn something new every day, you're not progressing in life. You should be curious enough to learn something new every day, but not too curious to get yourself in trouble. But I've also heard somebody say you don't learn nothing new because everything's old, so you're learning something old because somebody else already knew it. But I don't know, I've always said learn something new every day and progress in life. But back to that, if you see something, a landmark or company or just anything in one of my videos traveling down the road, you know something about it, or from that town or something, leave me a comment, tell me about it, tell me about your town. Is your town famous for anything, or any kind of cool festivals, or events go on, just anything like that, or if there's anything bad about your town, comment, let us all know. There's probably other people that'd be curious to know about that, not just me. If y'all can tell or not, there's a road going down the side of this U.S. highway. It's U.S. Highway 131. There's a road going down the side of it, which is 12th Street, according to my GPS. And it's literally just a dirt road. It's not paved, not chipped, not gravel. It's literally just dirt. But it's a road. Like, people live on that road and travel that road regularly. And that, I think, to me, I like it, because that's just a country road right there. And that's how it is up here in Michigan a lot. Especially when you get out in these rural areas like this. You just got a dirt road with a bunch of farms on it, farmhouses, stuff like that. But back home, we don't. They're not just dirt roads. They're chip and tar roads, or at least gravel. But these probably had gravel on it at one point, but it's just, they get so much snow and stuff up here that it's a dirt road, which is fine with me. So, but I think I'd share that little input with y'all. See, it's paved right there at the end. It's paved, but once you get so far, it just turns into dirt. Which I love it, but I'm just a good old country boy, so I love the country. Wayland Township. Wayland. Probably saying that wrong, but that's how it looks. Wayland. Waylane.